some rain that's across most of the area. Still, the back edge is a couple hours away at least. We'll keep monitoring, and if any warnings do pop up, I'll let you know. Chris, Laura.
All right, take a look at this video out of Saline County tonight. Garrett Mortimer sharing this view of a tornado out near Solomon, Kansas. And a Kansas State trooper also capturing video of a storm. Again, same storm near Solomon, Kansas, Saline County. Another trooper tweeting out damage from that storm. You can see farm equipment flipped over on its side. There's also been reports of downed power lines and trees. No word tonight on any injuries. And our crews on the Kansas side also covering the weather.
KMBC 9's Taisha Walker live near Oak Park Mall. Taisha?
Laura, we are driving along Quivira Road right now near Oak Park Mall. I can tell you we just left I-435 westbound. The highways there were pretty clear. You can see that it's raining out of our windshield here. I would say that it's raining pretty steady, not very heavy. We're not noticing any flooding or any puddling here in this area, but we are noticing the lightning. It is putting on quite a show, and we will continue to monitor the weather here in Overland Park and bring you updates as we get them. Back to you guys.
All right, now the latest on Hurricane Matthew.
Millions of people in coastal Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina told to evacuate their homes and flee inland ahead of Hurricane Matthew. These are pictures coming live from Florida, Cocoa Beach, Florida specifically. You can see that reporter barely able to stand, getting ready for her live shot there because the winds are so strong and the rain has started.
This storm expected to come ashore early tomorrow north of West Palm Beach, then move north, hugging the coast. The president has declared a state of emergency in Florida and South Carolina.
This is Matthew! Pray! Pray for us!
The rains were howling, the wind and rain was howling, it was very loud.
The death toll in Haiti is now 283 tonight. Rescuers are reaching corners of the country cut off by the rampaging storm. The death toll across the Caribbean, 289.
Now, some flights to and from Florida canceled tonight at KCI.
Yeah, but some people still determined to head out despite the storm. KMBC 9's Kelly Gibbs caught up with some of them.
Heading southeast or waiting for loved ones to make the trip home.
So a lot of people have been concerned about my safety.
Anxiety at KCI for East Coast travelers palpable.
Kind of nervous, very nervous, and 3 kids and grandma didn't make the flight.
Amid long lines.
Moral of the story, don't get married in football season.
True. One couple waits to say goodbye.
Yep, I see him.
A wedding in Florida is taking Owen Kennedy to Tampa.
So far, no reason to be worried, but that doesn't mean I can't worry anyway.
His wife, Anna, staying behind.
Just stay calm. That's about it.
Calm, unleashed until next week.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having him back. I'll be happy to come and pick him up here on Monday.
At KCI, Kelly Gibbs, KMBC 9 News.
Obviously, before you head to the airport, check the status of your flight.
And if you have friends or family in the hurricane's path, phone apps and social media can help you monitor what's happening there. For iPhone, there's Hurricane Tracker. For Android, there's Hurricane Hound. Both provide updates on the storm and public advisories. There are National Weather Service and Hurricane Center Twitter accounts that will also have the important updates. Hurricane Matthew may have an impact on the presidential election.
Democrat Hillary Clinton calling on Florida state officials to extend voter registration as the storm moves in. But tonight, Florida Governor Rick Scott turning down that request, meaning voters in the state must register by Tuesday to be eligible to vote in November. Clinton's campaign says it's also focused on the safety of everyone in the hurricane's path and will return to the campaign trail when it's deemed appropriate. Republican Donald Trump urging people to stay safe and listen to emergency warnings. Trump releasing a statement saying nothing is more important than the safety of your family. The candidate also thanking law enforcement and first responders for their work. Less than 3 days left Sunday night, the next presidential debate. It'll be at Washington University in St. Louis. KMBC 9 News political reporter Michael Mahoney will be there. See that debate live Sunday night at 8 over on KMBC, followed by live reports from Michael at 10.
Tonight, we're learning the New Jersey Transit train that crashed into Hoboken's terminal last week sped up just before impact. The train's data recorders revealing it was going twice the speed limit. Federal investigators say the train's engineer hit the emergency brake less than a second before the crash. One person killed, more than 100 others hurt. A 14-year-old boy in South Carolina is accused of killing his father and a 6-year-old boy at an elementary school. And tonight, prosecutors are pushing for him to be tried as an adult. The teen facing multiple charges, including murder and attempted attempted murder. Prosecutor wants him moved from family court to circuit court. Police say he shot and killed a 6-year-old boy at his school last Wednesday. Another student and teacher were also hurt.
Flags at half-staff tonight after a St. Louis County police officer was shot and killed in the line of duty. It's the first time this department has lost an officer on duty in more than a decade. 33-year-old Blake Snyder involved in a pre-dawn shooting in Green Park. The shooter wounded by a fellow officer. The shooter expected to survive. He's also charged with first-degree murder and armed criminal action. And tonight, for the first time, we hear from the Kansas City, Kansas man at the center, that is, of a controversial conviction 22 years ago. Lamont McIntyre speaking to us from inside the Lansing prison, convicted of a double murder in Kansas City, Kansas when he was a teen. It's a crime he says he knows nothing about. A new filing by a lawyer specializing in exonerations is the result of a 7-year investigation that points to another possible killer. Lamont says he's more hopeful than ever.
I'm very hopeful. I know that from where I came from, how long I've been fighting with this thing, I can actually see the end of this thing. It's been a long time coming, so where I am right now, I'm happy to be where I am right now.
Lamont says he's also grateful the mother of one of the victims also believes in his innocence.
A Kansas City, Kansas woman pleads guilty to child abuse and killing her 7-year-old stepson. Police first responded to the family's home on a domestic disturbance call last fall. They found out this little boy right here, AJ, was missing. His remains later found on their property. Heather Jones and the boy's father, Michael Jones, charged with child abuse and first-degree murder. Her husband still awaiting trial. A former Shawnee tax preparer indicted for preparing false and fraudulent tax returns for his clients. Jeffrey Riddich indicted on 12 counts. Along with the fake returns, he's accused of entering into a fake marriage to attain U.S. citizenship. If convicted on all the charges, he faces up to 47 years in prison and $3 million in fines.
The City Council approving a plan allowing a luxury hotel on the plaza to get public help. The owners of the Intercontinental wanted to create a special taxing district to help renovate the hotel, claiming that part of it was blighted. The idea was in trouble until Councilmember Lee Barnes pushed an idea, have the hotel owners start a 7-year fund to help older East Side Kansas Cityans keep up their homes.
We could continue to find these type of solutions to help those in our community who need it the most.
The Intercontinental will add an extra penny to its sales tax to help pay for the $16 million improvement package. The council also approving a similar plan to help the Marriott downtown.
Tonight's weather impacting the City Showdown boys soccer match in Lawrence. The annual match between Lawrence High and Free State pushed back to Monday. That includes both varsity and JV matches. The match now set for 6:30 at Free State.
By that time, it's going to be a lot colder thanks to the front that's moving through. And here's the rain. And believe it or not, power outages. Leavenworth County, specifically Leavenworth, the city. The thunderstorms continue to push off to the east and temperatures are going to cool down dramatically. I can show you evidence of where it's actually happening right now within our viewing area coming up in a few minutes.
Storm Tracker 9 following the line of storms right now. Live updates as Nick Bender is on I-70 westbound right now with the latest.
And we're also tracking the devastating Hurricane Matthew moving closer and closer to Florida. Tonight, some local hospital workers are stuck in the storm's path.
They were saying if you didn't get out by today, you may not get out till Tuesday.
Plus an Airbnb preparing for this hurricane, how the home rental service is helping victims tonight.
One of our scout cameras that we have across the metro showing you ponding on the road. So yeah, folks still not heeding the warning to slow down a little bit. We're not talking about a flooding situation over us, but it is going to slow down now that we have some heavier downpours across the area. And First Alert radar behind me is still evidence of these showers that are popping through. I think this is the only line we have to deal with as far as the heaviest is concerned, but don't be surprised if a few hangers on will reach you tomorrow morning when you wake up to try to do it all over again and go the opposite direction for the morning. We'll also check temperatures, which are starting to slide pretty rapidly coming up in just a few minutes.
Dude, that coming straight.
Hurricane Matthew leaving a path of destruction across the Caribbean. More than 28,000 homes damaged. Now that storm is heading to Florida. And it's making travel nearly impossible. Flights out of Orlando canceled. Driving discouraged.
KMBC 9's Taisha Walker explains how it's posing a challenge for one local hospital.
So it's totally great. Bob Page is back at work at the University of Kansas Hospital.
We're actually sitting in the airport and all of a sudden the lights went out like 4 or 5 times. And you're sitting there trying to get out of Orlando before something bad happens. And you know, so I think the anxiety factor was pretty high, but we were pretty fortunate to get out.
The CEO and his team of 40 were in Orlando for an annual nurses conference. He was lucky to bypass Hurricane Matthew.
All you heard on the news was evacuate, evacuate. Schools were already closed today. down there. They were saying if you didn't get out by today, you may not get out till Tuesday.
20 of the hospital's nurses are under curfew at their hotel. Their 3-day conference cut short.
Several booked new flights, but then they also had been canceled a couple of different times, so that's been a challenge.
Amanda and Jennifer say with the storm moving slowly, they're hoping they can still fly out Sunday night.
We're kind of making the most of it, but we also have to be very aware that not everybody is here having maybe as good of a time as we are.
In Kansas City, Kansas, Taisha Walker, KMBC 9 News.
They tell us the curfew has been put into effect 10 p.m. East Coast time until 7 a.m. Sunday.
Airbnb activating its disaster response tool in Florida and South Carolina, allowing hosts to offer housing for free to people displaced by the storm. It also makes rooms available for relief workers heading to that area. Homes now listed for free, the rental service also waiving all fees. Matthew's arrival causing the SEC football conference to postpone Florida's home game against LSU. Saturday night's Georgia at South Carolina game may also be postponed. Florida State at Miami still set for Saturday night, but both schools say they're monitoring the storm and will make changes accordingly.
New rules for the NFL. Teams now face a $25,000 fine for posting unapproved video online during games. That's just for the first offense. If a team does it more than twice, that's a $100,000 fine. The league also says unapproved video includes anything that moves, like GIFs. The policy goes into effect October 12th. And the company Summer Infant says parents should stop using their fabric slings and contact them immediately for a replacement. It's recalling the slings attached to Little Luxuries Whirlpool, bubbling spa, and shower bathtubs. The slings are missing a plastic clip. There's been reports of the slings coming off and babies bumping their heads. The recalled sling and tub sets were sold between October 2012 and 2013 at Toys R Us, Babies R Us, and online.
First Alert Weather tracking storms tonight with your help. Amanda Crossman sharing this photo of a funnel cloud tonight near Tisdale, Kansas. And that system now right on top of us.
Yep. But starting to kind of calm down a bit.
Yeah, we knew that the heaviest was going to be out west into the northwest of Kansas City. That doesn't mean we're going to be totally immune from thunderstorms. I just don't think we have to worry about the damaging winds or the damaging hail. And right now, and certainly not the tornado threat. The tornado watch has been allowed to be lifted as of 9 o'clock. So at the top of the hour, what counties were left over have also been lifted as this line passes through. And I think I gave some hints to that when I was doing some updates on our sister station, KMBC 9 News, saying that once this line moves through, that should be it for even the threat of severe weather. What we have going on is still a couple lines of thunderstorms. I still have the lightning icons on so you can see how electrical some of these storms are. Zooming it in a little closer, Lafayette County going eastern portions now to the western portions of Saline County. Also notice how Johnson County has some more redevelopment, so it looks like it's waning and then it gets heavy again. And that's about what we're going to see, at least right now. And then farther down to the south, that's where we see more showers and thunderstorms as well. Harrisonville down toward Butler too. Out to the west though, things are clearing out and improving a little bit, which is actually fine and dandy, I think, with most people at this point in time. Then farther north, way north, not necessarily I-70, but even closer to 36 Highway, St. Joe clearing out, Cameron to Bethany to Trenton, getting some of the heavier rainfall, and the last of it from Warrensburg down toward Clinton and also starting to move out as well. As you know, our crews are down toward Harrisonville and out to the west as well. And it looks like things are improving a little bit, and that's actually very good news, although there will be a flooding problem for some of us. As far as the severe weather threat is concerned, how about this when we had one of our fast units out? Let me step out of the way. You can see this one. This is near that would be Corning, Kansas. This one coming in from Fast Unit 2, which was manned tonight by Jonathan, Matthew, and Tad, and they got this funnel cloud trying to dip down. Didn't quite make it, or if it did, it was only very small and temporary. That's when we were talking about things going on earlier this evening, and also out in that direction, Storm Tracker 9, Nick Bender, who's now trying to head his way toward Baser to see about power outages. Same system, but now not quite as strong as it was earlier. Nick.
That's right, Brian. We're in downtown Kansas City. We're kind of heading west right now on 670, and we'll pick up I-70 and head into Baser. Earlier, we had some reports of sub-severe wind, so wind that's really below 60 miles per hour, but was still enough to cause some damage to the power lines. A little bit of gusty winds where we are right now. It's just a very steady rain. And we actually switch over to the IR on the camera, kind of shows you the rainfall intensity. You can see it a little bit better with that. Just all those little rain droplets kind of flying at all the drivers out here in downtown Kansas City and around the metro. This is what we're dealing with. These are not severe thunderstorms. Rain, a little bit of wind, no hail, and some lightning. But we are going to make our way out to Baser and just see what kind of damage was done by these winds as they came on through Baser earlier at about 8:45. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you there, Nick. Appreciate that. And looking at FutureScan, I think it has a pretty good timeline laid out. So by midnight, 1 in the morning, even some of those lighter showers make it over the easternmost flank of the viewing region and then push out away from us. City View camera, there was some flashes of lightning as you're looking at the Kauffman Center for the Performing Arts and Bartle Hall. Current temperature 67 degrees and dropping in spite of a south wind at 18 miles an hour. So that's rain-cooled air, but the front will move through. All of our temperatures in the 60s. But let me show you just a wider inspection. This is not a misprint. The front has moved through, and Maryville's temperature, Laura's aghast right now, 47 degrees. Compare that to near 70 in St. Joe. So that's that cooler air spilling in, which is why tomorrow's high temperatures will be nothing where we were today. Only a high of 62 degrees, 63 in Maryville, 64 in Trenton. But again, the reason that we're having such a huge, drastic temperature drop is part of the reason why the thunderstorms were strong earlier, especially over the Plain States. And it looks like we're going to feel like fall for several days in a row. Here's that 7-day forecast. Look at our temperatures dropping. Again, a high struggling to get to 62, 41 in the morning. That's jacket weather for the kids in case they're doing anything on Saturday or Sunday. 66 the afternoon high. Even sunrise service for those folks will be very cool, 45 to 72 degrees. Heading back into the 70s through the work week, warming up to the mid 70s by Thursday. Morning temperatures starting in the 50s and staying there.